I want to share the, let's see how I'm gonna do this. I want to share the screen. Let me open here. I want to make sure I can see you guys. There we go. Now I can see you guys, the chat and all that. I'm gonna be monitoring the chat from here. I have one person, that's me actually, and I want to share the live. Let me share this, copy link, and I want to share this in YouTube, in Facebook. All right. Let me go to the group quickly. Sorry about that. This happened online. There we go. Perfect, man. Let me share this in the group. You did it already? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me delete the one that I did. Um, Perfect. All right, let's start this. All right, to don't bother nobody, go live, and I want to make sure I can see the everybody. Awesome. I guess we're ready. So let me put this down so we can see better. I want to make sure. Hey, let me know if there's something wrong. Let me know, please. Okay. I wanna do good videos for you guys. So what we're gonna be doing? I'm gonna be doing another pack just like this one. And I hope we are gonna be doing this one very quickly because I have everything ready to go. So this is a 6S 2P pack. So made with 12 EV 40 PLs. This is a very high performance pack. If you see, it's copper nickel sandwich. It's gonna be. It's gonna end up identical because the pack is gonna be used for airplanes, but they are gonna be using two packs at the same time. So I have to repeat the same thing, and I have everything ready. Now, let's start by the materials. We have the cells ready to go. I already put, to save some time, I already put the insulation rings. In this one, I still have to put the other ones here. Let me take the cell phone for 1 second in my hand so it's easier for you guys. So I have already cut the copper. As I mentioned, the copper nickel sandwich. The copper is already cut. I have the insulation rings that we need. I'm not gonna use the full strip because I want to save weight. So I'm gonna use just pieces of uh, nickel. So I have the cables already cut, ready to go. I have the heat shrink for the cables. I have the connectors. I have the base for build the cable. I have the flux. I have the wire stripper. I have my lead already. I'm gonna use only one set, but I have two sets just in case. I have my fluke because it's important to check. I guess I have everything. Oh, okay. I have the tape. This is the fiberglass tape, and this is Kapton tape, which I'm gonna be using. Right. I have my welder, which is a beast. The soldering iron. This is a Weller P. I'm sorry, W200 is 200 watts. And I have my glitter. We're gonna be using this because it's copper nickel sandwich. So I guess I have everything we need. So hopefully I can do this in 1 hour or less. I mean, yesterday I built one. The other one it took me forever because I was doing everything on the fly. But this time I pre-cut. I mean, hopefully for you guys it's gonna be way more entertainment. So first step, let's go and check the voltage. I already did, but I want to do it, show you what I do. These bases, if you notice, they are perforated in the bottom, so I put the cells like this. And it's very important to make sure we have the same voltage. because otherwise we are gonna end up. And these cells are great, obviously grade A. These cells, I have these cells in my store. See the first one, 3.53. Next one, 3.53. 3.53. This is A grade cells. A grade cells, normally they are in the same voltage perfectly, all of them. 3.53, 3.53, 3.53, 3.53, 3.53. That's excellent. So the specs from these cells. These cells is the direct competition for the JP40. These cells is capable to discharge at 70 amps discharging rate. It's a beast. And it's able to burst all the way to 140 amps. Each cell, that's insane. So we're gonna be making two cells in parallel. What means that? Yep, duplicate that number. It's gonna be a beast. So let's check the next one. 3.53. Come on, I'm touching that one. Sorry, I'm watching with one hand. Okay, 3.53. 3.53, perfect. We don't need this anymore for the moment. The multimeter. We are balanced. That's important because the other day I make a video and was unbalanced, and then I have to teach how to manually, after I have everything installed, fix that. So I'm not gonna do that tonight. So easy peasy, installing the insulator rings. Yeah, probably you guys know why we need to use insulator rings. I mean, probably don't have to repeat that, but this is an extra layer of protection to avoid having short circuit, shorting the battery by vibration, by, you name it, building the battery. Okay, this is ready. So very easy. Let's start by installing the battery. Wait. Let me make sure we can see and checking the chat. Wow, we have, how many people are connected? Is this right? 6 people? 7 people. That's cool. This is very easy. What I'm gonna do? 6 in series, 2 in parallel. How I'm gonna do it? Positive. Actually, I start with, wait. Let me make sure it's right. I want to match this one. So the positive, we start, no. I guess I started in left. So I'm gonna do the same. So positive in here. A second positive. Why 2 consecutive? Because that's gonna be my parallel. Let me put this down to make sure you guys are centralized. We are good. So positive, positive. Next one. Negative, negative. As I mentioned, why? Because we are doing the parallel. So this one and this one make the series. This one make the parallel. So, and then next one, positive, positive. Then we turn for the, keep going the series, negative, negative. Next one, positive, positive, negative, negative. And I'm going quickly because, I don't want to keep you entertained. All right. We are doing exactly like this one. So we have the same configuration. Next step, put this one here on top. It can be tricky because I have already the insulator rings. Okay, there we go. That's it. Simple. Boom. Now the fun part. That quickly we are going. Let's start welding. So because I have this pre-cut, this one is gonna be the one that's this excess of here. It's gonna be the one where I'm gonna be connecting the cables. Okay, so probably I'm gonna leave this one by the end. So let's start by the long ones. Well, I can do it too. Let's start by that one. Let's start by that one. So let me turn on my glitter. And let's see, let me put some distance here. So I'm gonna set the glitter. Actually, it's set already 40% because I was using that. That's exactly the number that I need today. 40%. Is everything good, everybody? Benjamin? Oh, yeah. There we go. Hey, appreciate that, man. I know you were missing something. Me too. But let's do this. Let me get ready the glitter. All right. I'm gonna watch that repeated, man, without the advertisement. You know what? Let me make sure the glitter, because yesterday this was kind of loose and I was feeling like the glitter was loose yesterday. So for the people that doesn't know, yeah, see, this one is all the way loose. That was very loose. So that affect how it's welding. We should tie this better, but that's gonna work. That's gonna work. Okay. So no, no, yeah. That's what I was talking with Hassan, Shahan. As after here, I'm going to sleep. I haven't slept anything yet, buddy. Believe it or not. So I want to make sure you guys can see this perfectly. Let me work with this cell phone. Give me 1 second. I don't want you to lose this part because that's the part that I consider very satisfactory. So let's accommodate this one by here, right? And then what I did is, if let me show you, this one are the short one. That's for the positive, and then I cut another one a little bit longer. Maybe too long. Maybe too long. Maybe I have to fix that, but I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't want to waste too much time, but at the same time, I want to do a good job. And I'm working this in a way. It's not very comfortable for me, but it's the best view for you guys. That's what I want, the best view. All right. I guess that's good. Let me put the other one here. This side. You can see it clear. That's what I want. You guys to see that perfectly. Okay. Let me make sure this is one-time shot. And to show you, I'm maintaining distance from the center in the negative side. You don't want to weld in the center, the tapless cells, okay? You want to maintain distance. Actually, this is wrong. It's too long. It's way too long. But let's see now. Let's do things correctly. I'm so sorry. I need to cut this a little bit. I cannot be sloppy. It's not on me. There we go. All right. Much better. That size. And as I mentioned, it's not very comfortable for me. That's more for you guys to be able to show this in the cell phone in the video. All right, I'm ready. All right, one. This corner now. Two. I don't want to go in the center, so I go in these corners like this. Three. Awesome. It smells funny. Smell funny. So next one, probably I'm gonna cut that too. Cut it too long. All right, much better. I'm gonna, lose some time doing and checking the chat. I have used it. No, man. Always flattering my edge. I guess I just. Yeah, I mean, yes, I know. I like to do that too. It's just the time, man. I like to the corners. Normally, I like to make it like round and all that. Yep, I know. But this is production, man, and so much stuff to do that There we go. Cool. We have the first one. I'm gonna keep going this series, the whole side. Okay. Now we are gonna put one that is gonna. Okay. Wait. Let me put the other one. So let me see how I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna use the long one here. All right. That's gonna be one of this. And I guess I pre-cut that already. Yeah, actually, for flattening the edge. Now that you says that, let me get something. Man, you mentioned that, and now I'm like, I should do it. I should do it. See, I have this that I just see, do this, and do this. That's it. That tool is really lifesaver. Appreciate that, man. That you point me that out. That's important. All right, this one is the short one, and I have that already cut. So this one is the most difficult one because it's small. So I wait. Now this is bothering me. You guys can see that well? Everything good? There we go. Okay, I'm not talking when I ain't doing this part too much. I don't breathe when I do this. Let me do two more. Here and here. Awesome. To make sure it's strong. Hopefully I can break a record building this back very quickly. So, but I want to do it right, you know. Awesome. Two more. Maybe here and here. There we go. Now the negative side. Okay, because what's happening is if I try to weld copper, I mean this equipment can do it honestly, but the problem is that it's not gonna be as strong as the weld when you do it with nickel. Nickel is a much stronger bond always, and the reason why is because the copper alone is so conductive that if I try to go straight, the copper is gonna absorb the spot weld, and it's not gonna heat up quickly. So and then it's not gonna weld. So the reason why we use the nickel is because the nickel is less conductive, which you will say, oh, why? And what we are using? Well, exactly for that, because it's less conductive. When we spot weld, it create more heat, and that heat is transferred to the copper, and that's how we make the bond. I mean, make sense? That make sense? So the heat is transferred, see, and then make a strong bond. Then if I do it alone, it's not gonna heat up because so we need higher resistance to increase. Yep, yes sir. We need a higher resistance to increase the heat to make the weld possible. Yep, that's correct. Now, this machine is able to weld straight, believe me or not, because it's very powerful. But we really need to crank up the power. And the next problem is that because the copper it's gonna be copper with copper. Why? Because these electrodes are copper. So when we weld the same material, it's gonna really stick horrible. I mean, and it really stick. So with the nickel, doesn't stick. It still stick, but it doesn't stick that much. Let me stay away from the center. Make it prettier. Cool. So that's one of the reason why, I mean, copper nickel sandwich is better and more popular. Perfect. This is going good. So now another one long here. Man, it's so nice when you have everything pre-cut. I'm gonna make this pack very quickly. So let me make sure this is flat. So we're coming here, just like this. So, and the reason why we use copper, because the copper is so conductive, so we can transfer a lot of current very quickly. So why we don't solder the whole strip? Okay, that's a good question. Normally, I solder the whole strip, make it easier. But because this pack is going to be using an airplane, I'm saving the minimum gram of weight. So I'm cutting the nickel. I mean, every single thing counts when it's for airplanes. So if I use the full strip, I'm putting more weight. So in reality, if you notice, that's all we need, just the piece that we need to make the weld happen. So, and the other thing that normally I do is I don't use strip. I use the full piece of copper. Normally for e-bikes, I use the full piece of copper, so even wider. But in here, I'm saving weight the most I can for the airplane. So I'm making very light packs. So, and I'm using exactly what we need. Actually, normally I like to use copper right now, 0. 0.3, for example. This one is 0. 0.3, 0.2. I'm using exactly what we need. So, to keep the weight down. So, that's the reason. That's a good question, man. Where do I get it? Well, I sell that in my store. I normally, let me show you. In the way that I get them, well, I don't want to pick it up now. Like, I want to keep going. I get the full roll, so I cut the strips in 5 meters, and I sell that in that way, by 5 meters, because not everybody need the full thing. So, and you don't want to pay the price that costs the big thing. I mean, so I do it in that way. So this copper, as I mentioned, is 8 millimeter wide for is 0.2. This copper is not easy to weld with regular welders. I mean, be aware. Not impossible, but it's not easy. I even have even wider coppers that I'm able to weld with this glitter. Yeah. If you don't know my store, just like the YouTube channel, DIY500amp.com. That's my store. I sell batteries, battery cells. I sell DIY equipment. I just put new spot welders today. Actually, today was or yesterday? Today. What type of copper strip are they? That's pure copper. Are they any? No, that should be our nickel. Yeah, I mean, the copper is copper. Copper is copper. So, copper is this one is what is called T2 copper, pure copper. In this case, perfect. This is going nice. Let me fix this that I don't like how it looks like. There we go. Same with this one. This the nickel in the corner is like it's not completely flat. because it's a little bit too long. All right, let's put the last one, which is, I believe, was this one. Same size, yeah, is this one. That's gonna be my very positive. Very positive. I don't want to make it look nice. So yeah, it's just T2 core, pure copper. So the nickel, that's a good question. The nickel, the easier one, yes, the plated. The plated is the easier one to play to weld. Ooh, ooh. You see that what happened to me? I touched this. If I have that connected in the bottom, I mean that's gonna spark very very badly. Sounds good. Hey, that's a bad habit. I should put um, Captain tape. I'm gonna do it as soon as I finish this to protect that from that to happen. So let me make sure this is straight. I guess it's straight now. And to explain something else, the advantage of the nickel plate steel. I'm sorry, I'm not showing that part. You guys should tell me. I just realized it. You missed this one. So nickel plated steel. The problem with the nickel plated steel is that it creates corrosion I mean, it's the best one to weld. I mean, it's gonna make a very strong weld, but you need to keep an eye with the humidity and all stuff like that, because it will create corrosion. So the nickel, pure nickel, is more corrosion resistance. Let me make sure it's straight. Cool. Than the pure nickel. I mean, if you have a good spot welder, you can use pure nickel. So this one, if you see, this one is plated. If you see the bunch of spark that is producing, the plated steel produce a bunch of spark when you yeah, no, yeah, this one, no, this one is oh nice, look at yeah, this one is plated steel, the one that I'm using now. That's why you see the bunch of sparks. So when you use pure nickel, it creates less sparks. So um, I can use pure nickel here because I have a good spot welder. It's just that I grabbed this one, and this is going, for an airplane, it's not gonna have humidity and all that. I want to make sure it's very strong. I mean, very strong. So now we are going to the bottom part. Now we start with the long ones in here. So, and let me, yeah, that's fine. We cannot get confused here because now the other side is connected, and we can have a fast here, man. Sparks. Any any confusion, it's critical here. So that's straight, that's straight. Again, when you spot weld tapless, like JP40 and this cell, you want to stay away from the center in the negative side, because in the same center, let me show you that now. Why? Let me wrap one cell. JP40s and 40PLs. Let me see if I can tap this and you can see it better. Better. You can see it? No. Sorry. In the negative side, you're gonna see in the center. Oh, come on, really? Let's see if I can focus this. Anyway, you see in the center, that's where they weld with laser. They connect the cells internally. So if we spot welding the center, we can interference with the factory connection. So we want to stay away 3 millimeters away from that. So same with the JP40. I have a JP40 here. This one is even a little bit bigger. See, same thing. That's they're tapless, these cells. So all right, let's keep going here. One here, one here. Nice. Nice sparks. I'm going for speed, not very pretty, but come on, let me cut that excess. Sorry for that. I need to do it. Much better, much better. Let me get away from the center. Which one? Store sales sold out. Oh yes, yes, yes. Yep. Benjamin have a good point. Thank you for that one. If you see that sale sold out, the 2.0, which is, let me get it. Is this one. So I have to cut it and put it on the store. You can select the other one, and I cut it for you, or just text me, and I put it available for you, so you can buy it, and I put it on the store. I'm gonna try to do that between tonight and tomorrow. I haven't slept anything. I have 2 days in a row awake without sleep. That's the positive side. Nice. Cool. And this one is kind of short, but it's gonna work. Man, buddy, but you can get it in AliExpress for less. I mean, get that welder in AliExpress. I can find the link for you, I guess. Ooh, that was scary. You need to avoid that from happening. Anything that fall and touch what doesn't have to touch is gonna make sparks. I mean, that scared me. Not living by example here, but and these batteries, they don't joke. They are so high power that the fire that this can produce is not gonna be a joke. Same with JP40s. Awesome. So this side, the same thing. This is becoming alive, that battery. So no mistakes here. Cool. Some people use magnets to hold this. Guess what? I mean, I don't, it's just, I get used to do it in this way. Sometimes, I mean, building the big packs, I use the magnets. I'm gonna lie. But see how sticks this when the copper connects? It really sticks. One more. I'm gonna do it crossing here now. All right, that's good. Good. And reading, sorry. What say, Benjamin? Just let him know that you won, and he will come. Yep. I'm Patrick, but bed looks good. Bedtime. Yeah, man. Believe it or not, I don't feel that tired. That's the biggest problem. I know I need to go to sleep, but I mean I don't feel that tired. Problem is I drink coffee already, and I feel like I have energy, but it's an artificial energy. It's the caffeine, and yeah, but I have to sleep. I'm gonna put that copper first before go bed. I know. I don't want to make the people wait. So business. I mean, I'm really working hard. I mean, for sorry, just came in. What thickness of copper strip? Okay, it depends what you wanna do. Honestly, the well, copper, to explain you, is 4 times more conductive than nickel. Okay, to give you an idea, in copper, you can transfer. Let's see. For example, this one is 0.2. 0.2. This is super thick. To be copper is super thick. Um, I can transfer 250 amps. I mean, over copper. You know, that thick. In copper 0.2. So the thicker is the copper, the more difficult it is to weld. Be aware. Be aware. So you're gonna need a heavy welder to weld. Thick copper. What other alternative you have? I'm gonna tell you now. If you don't have a heavy duty welder, and when I say heavy duty, a glitter 801H is a pretty heavy duty. This one is a 811, very heavy duty. This is gonna be the tricky part. I will tell you why. I need to connect all these fours together. So if you don't have that, you still can stack. And what is stacking? For example, if you have copper 0.1, which is thinner, but you need even more, you can go copper, like, let me see something. Just an example, copper, then you put nickel on top, right? Like I'm gonna do now, right? Weld that, and then you can put another layer of copper on top and nickel on top, and then you will double the capacity of current transfer. Now in this case, I'm gonna try something different because I need to connect between here and here and then crossing at the same time. And I'm gonna try this live. That's not gonna be easy to do, and I'm gonna have to crank the glitter power a lot to do this because it's gonna be copper 0.4 at the end. See, because I have to put crossing just like this. Now we are gonna have copper 0.4. I don't know if it's gonna weld, for being honest with you, because normally what I do is I have one of the copper that is completely square, that I don't have that right now. um, let's see like this. Let's see if this is gonna work. Hopefully, hopefully it's gonna work. See, this is getting messy. I should start by the positive side, but let's do it like this. First, let's crank the glitter. I'm gonna put the glitter in 60, maybe 70. 70. That's a lot of power, but this is gonna suck a lot of power at the same time. I can do that, but I can do that. That's the ideal, actually. But because I want the maximum conductivity, maximum conductivity, you want copper first. You want copper first. Absolutely. To get maximum conductivity. This is gonna make a big spark because I crank a lot of power here. Let's see if this is gonna work, hopefully. Oof, that was a good one. You weld or not? Maybe not. It doesn't. It's too thick. 0.4 is a lot of, I mean, I can crank more, but I don't want to hurt the cell. So maybe I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try again. I'm positive it's gonna work. I'm gonna put even more power. Wow, sometimes scared to use this much power. 90% on the glitter. This is 0.4, remember. 0.4 is super thick. Hey, 0.4 plus the woof. Yep, it took it in 90%. Look at how much power I have to put to make it work. 90% of the glitter power. Oof, that was bad. Let me make sure that cell, yeah, it was on top only. Wow. You seen that? That's a lot of power from the glitter. So, put the next one on there. I don't recommend doing this. It's just that I want to really make it in one piece. But don't do it. Go by layers. It make it easier. So the most critical is the negative side, because the positive doesn't have too many chances to make a hole. There we go. I'm praying. Oof, that's a ton of power, man. That take a lot of. See how stick this? It takes so much power from the glitter. Okay, now it's in place. You know, I'm gonna crank even 5 more. 95%. I never use that much, but I want to make sure it sticks. It's 0.4, remember. Plus the nickel, that is 2, this 0.6. It's a lot of layers. I hope we don't have an explosion here. It can happen. Come on. There we go. Nope. Again. It took it now. Another one, just to make sure that's gonna stick. You know what? Let me make sure this is very tight. Man, they get really hot. It's consuming a lot of power. I make sure the glitter is still charging. 0.2 is ready to go. Let's go. There we go. Yep, it works. Wow, man, that's not easy to weld. Yep, it works. So that's a lot of juice. Now this one is the most critical part, the negative, and the reason why is because it's thinner. Any mistake is gonna punch the cell. It could happen. It could happen. I mean, if I do this wrong, it could happen. Pure nickel or plate? It's plate. Let me read the. I love bacon. Yeah, me too, man. But it's scary. And the problem is that I'm kind of close to the corner, to the center here. Okay, let's see if this is gonna work. 1, 2. Man, look, I'm gonna show you something. It makes so much. Look at how much explosion makes. Look at how the copper, when I don't know if you can see it there, it melt the copper to the corners. Wow, that's a lot of power from the glitter. One, two. Cool. It's working good. Now in the center. Man, this machine it's just a beast. Look at how melt the copper. Man, I wish I can zoom better. Let's see if I can zoom better. Trying to make this to. I'm gonna try to fix it. Let me see. No, man. Unfortunately, I need a better camera, buddy, for you guys. So that's good. One more, and we finish welding. Let me cut the excess. Cool. That's what I try. That's what I try, but it's not working. I mean, and this is a good man. This is a good iPhone. You should not do that. Oh, okay. Oof. It's, it's because I'm pressing hard. With the glitter, you have to press hard, man. Let me accommodate this nicely. You need to press hard to make a good connection. Otherwise, it punch a hole in the cell. Believe it or not. And I'm probably Benjamin, or some people can give faith of that. I remember in the beginning when I get this machine, many people was look at how much melt. That's a lot of power. So now you see the glitter is able to do 0. What 6. It takes so much power. Look at what it's doing to the tips. Make it flatter. Let me see if I can see. It doesn't work. It make it flatter. It melting the tips. When you welding that power, that much power, man. Let me show you. Buddy, 95%. Believe me, these get hot. The electrodes and that power get hot. It's scary because you feel how jump that current jumps, and the glitter is working beautiful today. I shut it off because we finished welding. Wow. So what we got now? You see what I did, right? For complete the sequence. So this battery is alive. It's actually alive. The glitter manual says 1 and 2 kilograms of pressure. Those pens, yeah, man. Yes, it's true, and I guess I'm doing more than that because that always make me nervous when I weld in that high power, because I see so many things, man. The explosion that does when it's not good. Believe me. So let's check. Let me put this back so you guys can see better. And let me turn on that light. All right, let's check the voltage now. We should have like 21 volts, maybe 21.19. Yep. So because remember they're in 3.5 watts. So next step. This is the ugly part that, and when I say ugly, is because I have to solder actually here. Normally, I like to solder first, and then put this here, but I'm gonna do it so quickly that it's gonna, it's not excuse. So look at what I'm gonna do. Here, what I do is I take the connector, right? It's go in this position, and I pre-made the form of the connector. It's not that I'm gonna use the connector. I'm gonna put cable here, but it's because I make like a little spoon to be able to get better the solder, the lead in here. See, that's what I do. Look at this. That makes sense? Man, I wish we can see this better. So now I'm gonna start by pre-tinning that. So now I take this a little bit, put it here, just a little bit, because later we need to clean out this. Now, let me take out this out of here. I'm gonna start warming up my iron. It doesn't take that long. I put it in 650, 633, and then I put it 650. 650. All right. My first step is clean the iron. It's in 500. It's already hot. You know what? Let me tight this. So, can you see it? Let me put it closer. There we go. So I apply always and then clean again. You clean always the contamination. And then let me get longer. You need to do this very quickly. So I pre-tin here and then apply a little bit very quickly, very quickly. That's it. That's it. Very quickly. So you avoid having too much heat to the battery. Same thing, apply it first. When it's almost hanging, now I touch and apply the rest, and that's it. Very in a one movement, very quickly. All right, this side is ready. Now, let me put this back here, shut it off, because I'm gonna get ready the cables. Now, cables. I have the cables here. I just cut the tip of the cables because I'm gonna do first the connector. That's it. Just a little bit. That's it. Then the cables, I just touch this a little bit, just like this, to make sure they have, and actually with this, like that, very wet, I go to the connector and I present that into the connector like this, clean it with the connector. Now I touch it. I don't like to touch too much because that creates contamination. See, perfect. That's perfect. Now the connector is ready. I put this here. The next one here, right? Same thing with the next connector. Clean this here. Half loop, touch it, perfect. Now turn back on my solder iron. It heat up quickly. Let me accommodate like this. Clean again. 600, that's enough. In this beast, I mean, it heat up so fast. See? That's it. Now, I pre-tin the cable as well. Put a little bit here, touch it, wait until heat up. Come on, I'm with one hand, sorry about that. There we go, there we go. It's absorbing. I want to make sure it absorbs the most You don't want that much because it's gonna go inside the. There we go. That's it. That's gonna be hot. Yep, that's enough. Now what I'm gonna do, let me clean this again. Let me grab pliers. There we go. Because this is gonna get hot. I just touched the corner, one of the corners, just like that. Wait. Let me pre-tin this. There we go. Now it's pre-tin. Touch the corner. Gonna transfer the heat to the connector. It's not touching. Come on. That's pretty easy. Come on. Oh, come on. What happened? See, I'm teaching and something goes wrong. You know, I know what it is. The item is not hot enough. Let me crank this to 700. Just in case. I hate to touch this one as well, but I want to make sure it's good enough. See, now 700 is another story. It's gonna melt the whole thing. There we go. Next one is gonna be more smooth. All right. Now so let's wait until that cool down. There we go. Let's repeat the same thing with this one. Not the same thing because I don't want to make that mistake. Actually, this is backwards. Let me crank this a little bit more hot. There we go. 700 is enough. All right. Let me clean this. I don't want contamination. There we go. I guess it's better there, right? Sorry, I've been abandoning the chat. What is that vice called? What the vice grip? I do not remember, man. I get it in Amazon in a kit. There we go. That's good. Same now with this one. Just in case, let me I use more flux this time. Make sure this is right. There we go. Yeah, it's we separate. There we go. This is supposed to go smoother now. Let me touch like in the sides first, so I transfer the heat easier. Come on. There we go. That corner is what I want, and that should go down. Perfect. That's how it have to go. one piece. Let me shut off this. Oof. Let's cool down now. Now this one, what I like to do, let me put this a little bit back now. Just a little bit. That's gonna go here. Perfect. Same thing, pre-teen. That's the most important part, the pre-teening part in here, because I already teened the other side. So we want to make sure this is okay. Let me turn on back this. Oh yeah. Do you found it? It's a full kit. It came like 6 of them, I believe. Yep. Let me clean this. You know what? Well, that's fine. Let me use the other side. Too. Come on. Who is wondering, I haven't said it, but this cable is the 10 AWG. Let's do the same thing with the other side now that we are here. A little bit more. I like to even go wider sometimes. With the e-bikes, I go wider. I don't went wider in here because it's for an airplane and I don't want to add too much weight. And, you know, we really want to maintain the weight. My goal is, once I finish this pack, is that this pack doesn't weigh more than 820. Let's hope for that one today again. Okay, this is ready. Now to the pack. And we need to be careful here, because these cables are very alive. Any mistake here is gonna cause exactly that, a chaos. Because I don't want to drop this. Let me get the plier. What I do is I put it like this inside. We go, this is one movement to make it nicely. Let me clean this to make sure we are clean, no contamination. Apply a little bit pre-tin here to transfer the heat very nicely. And look at how fast it's gonna be this presenting. See, I almost touched the other one. We can cross the pre-tinning. Come on. That's it, should be something quickly. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hold it. When it change color, you know it's already done. Same with this one. Presenting. Pre-tinning. Transfer the heat. Come on. Almost done. There we go. It's doing it. It's doing it. Perfect. It changed color. Okay. Now, this part is dangerous right now. Why? Because we are so close. See? And this is alive. So now what I do is two things. I have this pre-cut, so I'm gonna cut this in two, like this. I don't remember if it's this one or not. put it inside all the way, and I cover. Oh, wait. Very important. Very important. We use flux on copper, right? Guess what? The flux it's corrosive. We need to clean that. Let me get the where is my here it is. That's very important. When you use flux, we need to clean the leftovers. So what I do is cover a little bit here, use alcohol. See, here, even in the connector, and then clean. So we want to remove the most flux as possible because we don't want to have a corrosion in the future. So, and that's very important. There we go. Now it's much better. Now we put this here to do a nice clean job. See, all the way to the top, just like that. The other one, this one is what is called a double layer, double side. See, and then now that we are here, same thing with the ends. Now this one I ain't gonna cut it because it's too long. Probably there is okay. Perfect. Same with the other one. And this is very important, do it now because it's gonna create, actually that one is a little bit longer. Let me cut a little bit. What it says? Tool holder for wire T60, T90. Yep. Okay, what's happening is this is going to an airplane. So the bullet, believe me, is the one that transferred the most and is lighter than any other connector. It's gonna be lighter. So we have this ready. Let me clean this. And that's what also the client asked me for that. That's it. Now, we are going good. We are going good. Now for curiosity, see, now what I like to do, I like to put something here like tape, but I'm not gonna do it yet because now I have to work the balance wires. I need to install this in here, so to balance the battery. That's interesting. That's easy. So let me turn on the, but I'm gonna do it in low voltage because it's low temperature, 600. That's enough. So very quickly, let's go and pre-tin everything. I'm gonna put one here, one here, one here, and one here. That's it. And one here, here, and here. That's it. Now that we pre-tin, I make it very wet and then touch very quickly. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That's it. Actually, it took me too long. Routine. I put it upside down and touch, little touch. That's it. Repeat the same thing. The fastest you can, the better. That's it. Same thing here. That's it. You know what? Let me clean this. I feel like I have contamination already. Come on, there we go. Contamination is important to take it out because that will prevent the soldering from working. You don't want to have contamination. Come on, let it touch. There we go. It's ugly, but it works. Put it upside down. That's it. Okay. Now, let's work those cables. And we're gonna start, even when we have here the positive, that's gonna be our negative, very negative cable. Let me check something here. I'm sorry. And we start by the negative side, by this side. So what I'm gonna do, pass this cable by here, like this. Let me put it back. See, I measure, like I want the cable, I don't want this too long. Like here is okay. So here, now I cut. And where is my tool? I have that here. It's on the floor. Come on. What I don't want it, but that's fine. There are a few cables. That part is, I know, is boring, but it's important because that's gonna be our balance cables, right? Now we put it here. Is a very quick touch, and that's it. That's it. First one is done. Now the very next cable in the line, which is the black one, that's gonna go in the next one of the next series, and the next one in the next series is exactly that same cell, but in the bottom side. So it's gonna be this side. So I make it equal, see? You have to be very careful using the pliers. You don't want to short anything here. So I like to put it this way. Present that. I don't pretend this one because it's so thin. That cable is so thin that, I mean, it goes right away. See, it weld right away. So next one, this one. So we keep going with the series, right? We start with the positive, negative. Now the next one is gonna be this one from the same side. So it's gonna be that one. So we need to cross all the way. Let's see if I can do it without make too much drama. Perfect, almost got it. Sometimes I have to use the, let me get it. It's here. I got it here. What I do is, let's do it again. When I got it right there, and this is dangerous because you don't wanna touch the sides. There we go. If I touch the sides, we're gonna have fire. So we cross this. So and this one goes in the same side to continue the series, see? Guys, if you wait, we're gonna finish this battery quickly. We're almost done. We're almost done. I guess we passed already the hour. I haven't, let me check the chat. I haven't checked the chat, sorry. I'm so concentrated here. Soldering into this exact spot may cause a short. Be careful. Yep, I know. That's why I'm very concentrated. See? I almost burned my fingers here. See? I'm soldering with the other hand. There we go. There we go. Perfect. That went beautiful. Now, next one. Next one is good. That's easy. Is the one that goes in this one. But we need to cross all the way with the blue one. It sounds harder, but it's not that difficult. Let's see. I am already there. I'm already there and almost without the pliers. Well, let me use the plier. There we go. I got it. See, I maintain the same distance. You know what? But I hate the. Let me get another quarter. The short one. Because I really hate the scissors. And right handle. I prefer it like this. Make it easier for me. Come on. You know what? I guess this it just went to sleep. Come on. Let me see what's going on here. Yep, it went to sleep. Let me turn it off and on. These soldering iron, they're smart. So what they do is that when they detect inactivity, they go sleep. So, see, it was in 400s. All right. One touch. Come on. There we go. Now one let it pull. Perfect. We're almost done, man. Next one is the white one. And then the series continue here. It's gonna be in this side. Wait. Do I right? Yeah. We're good. We finished in the. You know what? I may messed up here some. Oh no. I'm right. So next one is gonna be here. Is that one is? Oh, I guess it's the top one. Yeah, the top one is this one. White one to the top one. Where is these pliers? Always call for here to don't cross and oh come on. That always make me nervous because if I touch anything here, oh come on. There we go. I have an email. It looked like someone bought something. Sorry if it's in the group here. I'm gonna take a look later. I'm gonna finish this quickly. Almost done here. Come on. There we go. I'm quiet is because I'm working out this like this. Perfect. On. Don't tell me when to sleep again. Yep, it's going to sleep. Are you kidding me? In this moment, you have to go sleep. Come on. Let me off and on. Sometimes these items, smart ones are not that smart, doesn't help too much. It's there, but oh my god, that scared me. There we go. Not much better now. Much better. And now the last one. Keep going the series, and now it's the green. Did you get EV 40Ps? Yep, they are in the website, buddy. 40Ps, but this one is 40PL. 40P, it's 50 amps discharging rate. The 40PL, which is this one, is 70. It's insane. This cell is insane. But 40P is a really good cell as well. Don't get me wrong. It's the same as the Samsung 40T. It's exactly the same cell. Same cell. Perfect. I know this part is boring, but completely necessary. And now this one is the last cable. That cable goes to the positive. Yep. That's it. Now, how we know if this is working? Well, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I have a tool for that. I have this. So this is gonna tell me if I messed up or not. And guess what? It's good. 3 point, see the 6 cells. So the balance cable is good. So now what I do to finish this, that I like to do, is first I use first, now that I finish everything, let's go and clean again with alcohol. Where is my alcohol? On the floor. Let me put you guys a little bit back. And now let's clean everything with alcohol, where we put the every piece of flux. We clean that with alcohol. Okay, let me take out this. Something that I don't did yesterday. It's you know what? It's not that bad. I mean, if I feel that something is like can cut the tape, it's good. I'm not gonna do it. It's good. Now we need to put the Kapton tape to protect those connections. And I start from the front all the way to the back. All right, just like that. Same in the bottom. Where is my, here is, sorry, I'm getting unorganized now. I'm getting unorganized. I have too many tools here. I hate when that happens, because I start feeling unorganized when I have too many tools on the table. That's perfect. Now we're protected. Let me take out the tools. If I don't need it, I'm gonna take it out. Oh, you know what? I forgot to shut off my item. I put it aside and clean this a little bit. Now, let me put the tools here. Let's set this. Now, I like to secure the connectors with this fiberglass tape, very heavy duty. Well, first I make one layer under the cables to protect the cells from the cables. Right, actually let me do it with this one here in the side. I'm gonna double it now. Right, just like that. And now this one goes down here, and I'm gonna make another one. And for the moment, and just for the moment, I'm gonna, well, let me put one more for this one. I don't wanna, believe it or not, I don't wanna add too much tape. Keeping the weight down. Yeah, I know it's overkill. Maybe it's gonna sound, that doesn't weigh too much, man. Every gram counts here. So every gram counts. So later, I'm gonna do something better, you know, so the connection actually, you know, I hate that it doesn't look like the other one. So it's a little bit, just a little touch longer, if you notice. Now, the moment of the truth. This is the moment of the truth. I wanna make sure they weigh the same. Maybe not, maybe they do. Let's weigh this. I hope you can see this. Come on, you can see this? It's too much glare. I know. There's a lot of glare. Probably there. Come on, I'm gonna play with this to make sure. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, this is the first one, right? The one from no, this is, yeah, that's the one from yesterday. Hold 28.8 ounces. I don't like in ounces. I like it in, yeah, kilograms. 818 kilograms. Actually, it was 820. Today say 818. Okay. I'm crossing my fingers, man. Oh, whoa. A big boo-boo. You see what happened? The tips. I can't believe I did that. Come on. What a noob. What a noob. Woof. That make a big hole here. Let me weight it now. 826. 826. That was the extra. Oh my god. I have to replace this now. In a life. I cannot believe I did this in a life. What a noob. Whoa. Man, someone have to please, someone have that in recorded. Whoa, look at this, man. I have to change those tips. I don't think nothing happened to the batteries, but yeah, I want to change this. Wow, man. You see how dangerous is me talking about security and all that, and look at that. Yep, and I pass few grams extras. Oh my god. What a shame. I have time and something like that doesn't happen to me. I have time, something like that doesn't happen. Oof, that was scary. I gonna check one by one of these cells now. I mean, I know nothing is gonna happen because that was quick, and you know that doesn't create the stress to the cell. The stress was here. Oh my god, I punch a hole in the, look at this. Wow, it make a hole. So the fact that this was just a little bit longer, that make the difference in weight, but it's not that much. I mean, it's just nothing. Woof. People have to be, I mean, I will be laughing, man. I will be laughing. Look at this, man. Hey, now think about it. Think about this. This is only 22.2 volts. I mean, a little bit more. 22.2 volts. Imagining that when happened with a 72 volt battery or 90, I mean, fully charged 84 volts. I mean, that's nasty. That's nasty. Wow. Even, do you see, even with the insulation that I put, just the little tips was touching, and you know what? And I thought this was aluminum. Now we know it's not. I mean, well, it could still be aluminum. It's just, wow. Anyway, well, for those the one that stay all the way to the end, you witness this boo-boo. Oh yeah, no, forget about it. I don't want to imagine those big guys. I mean, I'm talking those big guys. Yeah, 5 kilos in something like that. No, man. People die from that. People die from that. Went back and watch that again. I'm gonna make that part as an intro in this video. I'm gonna record this because that's gonna be a nice thing. Everybody will want to see that. Right in the end, are you kidding me? Everything was going good all the way to the end, and then I did that. Look at the cell. This is a beautiful cell, and I hate that happened, man. Woof. I'm gonna change this later. Now let's check the internal resistance. What I do is I plug this. Wow, this connector software. Wow, it melted. It melted. Yep, I need to change this. Well, I say that I'm gonna do it, but anyway, but come on. It's an easy change. Wow. I'm gonna have to measure this later. I don't want to make this video longer. So, but you got it. Two identical packs. I'm gonna change that, and then I have to check the internal resistance to make sure they are equal. If it's not something equal, I'm gonna check one by one of this. I mean, again, nothing happened to the cells, but I'm very meticulous, especially with copper nickel. See how it's touching? I hate that. That's why I like it, make it like this one. But anyway, I have the opportunity now to fix that and make it equal. See, this is no joke. Copper nickel sandwich is no joke. It's very powerful. It passed the current very, very quickly. So, okay, how many minutes we have? 96 minutes. 96 minutes. That's 2 hours actually. It took me longer than expected. But that's how I make these packs. Now you have an idea how they're made. And this pack is, I mean, eventually, yes, what I'm gonna do with these packs, I'm gonna put a transparent shrink wrap, which is gonna protect the whole thing, but I'm gonna leave that up to the owner because I want to maintain the weight down. And some people, they prefer, believe me or not, to have the weight down and then have it naked. We call this naked. Maybe we put fish tape only here, fish tape in the bottom, and leave it like that, to keep the weight down for the helicopter or the airplane, and use it like that. I mean, but honestly, if you ask me, I will put the wrap. I will put the transparent wrap because we can see the cells and we can see all that very nicely with the transparent. And the wrap is gonna add maybe 8-10 grams more. I mean, hey, in airplanes, everything counts. Everything counts. So, but we want a layer of protection. So, man, this sucks. It was so beautiful until the end. Anyway, I guess we got it, man. I don't want to make this video longer. That's how we do it. Not really how we do it, but you know get the point. So yeah, go back and watch that again. I'm gonna do it many times. Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you for staying all the way to the end. The people that stay, they enjoy that part. That was crazy. All right, man. I don't want to make this longer. Thank you for staying here. And hey, whoever doesn't subscribe to the channel. Go to the Facebook group if you don't know exists. Checking my website DIY 500 amp, and I have a link to the Facebook group, which is the same name, DIY 500 amp. That will really help. And support my website. I mean, I have very actually no very the best prices in the US. I'm proud saying that, cheaper than 18650. And and free shipping if you buy more than $50 is free shipping in the US. So I'm bringing only good stuff. I mean, good batteries, good cells, no junk. I mean, and I test everything. If you see my testing, well, you don't see it here, but everything is tested. I mean, before I sell anything. So if you guys haven't buy from me, hey, go to my website. We really appreciate if you leave reviews in the product that you bought. Take your time if you're happy. I mean, and that will help me a lot in the website with the Google algorithm. Yeah, leave me a review in the product that you bought, if you can. That really helps. All right. Hey, thank you for everything. We have 100 minutes exactly in this video. All right. See you until the next one. Thank you.